And the culture in the world of 1984 was shaped by the Ministry of Truth, the propaganda ministry. Just like the culture, people's attitudes are shaped today by the mainstream media. Just listen to this. Orwell wrote, "All beliefs, habits, tastes, emotions, mental attitudes that characterize our time are really designed to sustain the mystique of the party and to prevent the true nature of present-day society from being perceived." That's what we have today. You know, also too, Alex, part of Operation Blindfold Big Brother today, I'd like to launch Phone Mob Friday. I'd like everybody to phone mob Sean Hannity. I think it's fun. It's a way that everybody, with one phone call, you can speak to hundreds of thousands of people, maybe millions. I'm not sure what the audience is.
I'm going to interrupt you because we've got an emergency right here. I just searched defriend-day, Mark, and I didn't know that had already been done last year by other people, so it's going to send traffic to a place that makes no sense. Stop putting defriend-day in, folks. You've got to put in defriend-day Infowars.com. 3 words, defriend-day Infowars.com, or they will not go to the Mark Dice exclusive article. So the 2 search terms are Alex Jones Twitter. That's one. Put those in over and over again. But put in defriend-day Infowars.com. Those 3 words, defriend-day Infowars.com. Put it in over and over again. We cannot fail. We kind of false started on that. I just wanted to check what was already up there. It is not Mark's article or Mark's video. More importantly than calling Sean Hannity, we need to send out this video and this article at Infowars.com to local radio, TV, and national news. They will bite. Mark's done this many times. They will get him on national TV thinking he's going to talk bad about Facebook, which he is, and then he's going to be able to bring up how it's a surveillance grid. This is a major culture jamming operation, if you will take action. So defriend-day, Infowars.com, that's the search engine. Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, that's okay. I want to get into some other creepy stuff here in the book regarding the new ways to listen to children, spy on children, and actually listen to them now. There's little creepy GPS devices that parents are planting on their children.
And there's more and more Barbies with cameras that people can dial into, and the laptops in Pennsylvania with the schools watching the kids at home. It's just all happening.
Yeah, everybody's familiar with the red light cameras, the photo red cameras out here in San Diego. If you blow a red light that has a photo red camera, you get almost a $500 ticket. But what's even more worse is that there are, in a few years here, maybe sooner, they're already testing the system in other countries. We're going to have automatic speeding tickets. If you just automatically go over the speed limit, it's just going to deduct the
Yeah, they're going to put the boxes in your car. It's already being tested here in Austin.
Yeah, also, too, they're testing systems where if you park in a bus lane, it just automatically tickets you. It takes your
This is a hellish world that we're entering. We must stop it.
Yeah, there needs to be some social regulation. We can't just let this unroll on us and sit back and let them unroll it with the fear-based initiative. So there's so much here. I have patents, Alex, of implantable GPS devices. A company called Persephone, which has an occult implication, an Illuminati overtone, has a patent back in 2003, or about to submit an application, rather, for a GPS tracking device that implants into your body. Not like the digital angel. This is a patent to implant the device forcibly into your system, so you can't remove it. I can get into some of the information here. The device, I'm reading right from the application, the device may include a microphone or a similar device for monitoring acoustic information, therefore permitting the person to talk to a remote location. This is a patent application for forcibly implanting a GPS device into your, I don't even want to tell you where, into a very, very, very personal part of your body. And
expanding on that, we already see all over the country school kids who are truant a few times. Now they've got to wear ankle bracelets. Again, they're training everybody for this.
It's all coming in. Pretty soon we're going to have Paris Hilton probably take a Vera chip or something and tout how cool it is. And it's just the greatest thing to do. But part of, I want to get back to Operation Phone Mob Fridays. Some people may have heard some of my phone calls over the past few years. You can call into these talk shows. Call in at the top of the hour. They give out the phone numbers, or go search the phone number. Let's phone mob, or we'll get dozens of people to jam the Sean Hannity show today. We can do other shows later. Let's get out the word about Facebook Defriend Day, about about the Orwellian nightmare, and let's call the show.
And the way to get through, throw an Infowars.com at them, whatever you want, but the way to get through is whatever idiot topic they're on, go, oh, yeah, I want to talk about that, and introduce your talk with that. Act like a stupid liberal. That's their favorite bait to take. Go like, I don't like him, he's bad, and he, and they'll go, oh, we're going to put you right on, and then you can dominate them. What have you found is the best ways to get on these weasel shows?
Most shows start just a few minutes after the top of the hour, so I will start to call at the top of the hour before it even goes to air. I find the phone number, I sit here at my desk, and I call, redial. You can redial for 5 minutes, and then the screener will pick up, and you just tell them an interesting topic, a question, something. And you know, I don't like to lie to these people, so tell them an interesting topic, and then maybe when you're on hold, if you come up with a better question or topic, then as soon as you're on the air, then you can fire away and speak to hundreds of thousands.
And you can also look on their website and find out what they're going to be covering that day, so you can be ready and then talk about what they're talking about, but then tie it into the truth. Because, see, those shows screen their calls, we don't.
Here's what I want to do. I want to phone mob these systems so hard that they're going to implement a new caller ID-based system, that they're going to not accept phone calls pretty soon, because we're going to just bring up so many real issues and jam the show with Bilderberg Group, plugs, Bohemian Grove. We're going to really take over the airwaves, and I think that we can be so effective that we're going to cause them to implement a new caller ID-based system so that they're going to be able to block out the, quote, problem callers like me, like others, and then they won't accept calls from people with a blocked phone number. So let's take advantage of this now while we can, because this system is probably coming very soon where they'll know exactly who you are when you're calling.
O'Reilly already had that years ago and would threaten to send police after folks that mildly disagreed.
Yeah, Bill O'Reilly has threatened to send the police and the Fox News security to callers' homes, whether he was trying to scare that caller, whether they do have a caller ID-based system right now.
No, it turned out he did do that. It turned out he did, yeah.
Well, they might have a caller ID-based system already, because I block the caller ID on my call when I call, on my phone when I call, and a lot of times they will ask me for my phone number, and they'll say, let me call you back. And so I'm not sure what's going on. So I'm so busy I can't do this very much anymore. But
that shows how much they don't want the people to be able to be heard on the electronic soapbox.
Yeah, look, just imagine, folks, if you go out and ask Sean Hannity about the Bilderberg Group or the implantable GPS device or defriend-day, you're talking to hundreds of thousands of people. You can be a very good activist this way and slam Sean Hannity. It's fun. So I encourage everyone to participate. I'm going to be doing this Phone Mob Fridays. We'll do Sean Hannity today. You can find me on Facebook. Find the Mark Dice. Subscribe to Mark Dice on YouTube and Twitter, and I'll keep people posted on who we're going to be phone mobbing on which Fridays, and let's do this until we crash their system and they implement a new caller ID base.
But not just the big national shows. There's a lot of big marquee local shows that have 50, 60, 100,000 listeners. You can really get into those easy too. So you can go after smaller plum targets as well.
Yeah, and you don't need a website. You don't need to be have your name getting out there. This being in a position like Alex is in, like I'm in, is very stressful. It's not for everybody, but we can all just come together and work together to restore the republic, to restore our own.
Absolutely. Speaking of unscreened calls, we're going to come back in the next two segments, take calls. Then Bob Chapman's joining us. Folks, I want this book to be a big hit. It is powerful. Everybody knows about 1984. It's a great entree, out to people who aren't aware of what's happening. Big Brother, the Orwellian Nightmare Come True. Available at Infowars.com. You can only get it there. Infowars.com or 888-253-3139. Stay with us.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now.
All right, we're going to your phone calls. Coming up in the next hour, the Daily Mail. Libya no-fly zone an option. Obama gives strongest indication yet. U.S. forces may be deployed in the Middle East. Rebellion. Corpus Christi TSA workers double down on pat-downs. That is just some of what's coming up today. Again, the Google search terms are Alex Jones Twitter, #1. And then, of course, defriend Infowars, defriend-day, Infowars.com. Mark Dice is our guest. Matt in New York disagrees. We're going to have to go quick through these calls because I'm going to get to at least 5 or 6 here. Matt in New York disagrees. He goes to the head of the line. You're on the air, Matt.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Mark. I'll be brief. My disagreement is about Charlie-Sheen. I think it's great that you support him because he is your personal friend, and he needs that. but I would personally love it if you would say your piece about it and then let it go, because not all publicity is good publicity. And I'll just tell you a quick story. I handed out some CDs of your interview with Lindsey Williams, which I thought was terrific, and everyone needs to hear it. And somebody took it from me and said, "Alex Jones, isn't that the guy who started the Charlie Sheen rant?" And he kind of looked at me crooked, and it drove me bonkers.
But what is this? I mean, when he goes on the CNN show, the new guy that does Larry King, I mean, is he bad? I mean, obviously, no one is going to like everything that goes on. I didn't even know that was going to happen, and I was frankly blindsided by it. But then might as well use it to get people to learn about the New World Order. But I hear you, and I appreciate your call, Matt. Mark Dice, your comments on what he just said.
Yeah, not everybody's going to like everything about everybody. I mean, Alex Jones, you're a wild, exciting guy, and a lot of your audience loves that. But, some people just can't take it. You're rubbing the wrong way. And caller Matt, if that's the case, it's nobody's perfect. And find, you can maybe eloquently convey the information. Nobody's going to like everybody. Everybody has an issue with everything. But, we're all just doing the best that we can. If you don't like the way Alex presents information, there's other people like Wendy.
Well, I'll say this, too. I've hardly talked about, I may talk 5 minutes a day about the Charlie Sheen thing when it's the biggest news story in the country. I probably could have already gotten him back on, folks, and we may in the future, but I'm not even, believe me, we're certainly not even milking this. When I get invited on national TV, though, I will go on and inject real issues. Thank you, Matt. Dave and Chile, you're on the air, Dave.
Thanks, Alex. I just wanted to ask Mark Dice when he's going to hand out gold coins again. But the real reason that I called was in Chile, of course, we had the dictadura, the dictatorship. Prior to the dictatorship, we had 54 provinces. And now we have 15 regions. In 1979, the dictatorship decided that having 54 provinces was too unruly.
Well, same thing here with 10 FEMA regions and the 10 FEMA governors.
Exactly. That's the problem. The big problem in the United States is watch out for FEMA and the 10 regions. And salutes.
Well, empires, when they conquer a country by stealth or overtly, always break things into new political jurisdictions to cut the people off from the legislative power centers. Mark Dice comments on Dave from Chile.
Yeah, Dave's comment, just so the audience knows, is his comment about my gold coin, giving out gold coins. It's a reference to a video I did. I tried to sell a gold coin to people for $50 and tried to trade it for a cup of coffee, 1 ounce of gold, and nobody really wanted it.
Yeah, the general dumbed-down people, what was that, in the Malibu area? You're there with a full, beautiful, gorgeous gold coin in their hand, and they're like, "Can I have a cup of coffee, $1 cup?" No, you can't, pal.
Well, then some people joke that, they thought it was fake, that's why they didn't want to do it. So I redid the video where I offered the gold coin for free, Price is Right style. You can find this video on YouTube. I said, hey, if you can guess the cost of this gold coin, plus or minus, I think it was 25%, I would give it to them. And the lowest guess was 38 cents. A woman guessed 38 cents is how much an ounce of gold is worth. It was worth about $1,100 at the time. And I think the highest guess was a few $100. So nobody won.
But they know all about Paris Hilton and Charlie Sheen. So by breaking in through Charlie Sheen, we get the dumbos to figure out what's happening.